The most engaging, impactful, informative, and entertaining talk show ever. Get ready to hear the voices of many local, state, and national artists, musicians, comedians, pastors, athletes, and politicians. It's time for South Florida Live with Jeffrey Brown. The most engaging, impactful, informative, and entertaining talk show ever. Get ready to hear the voices of many local, state, and national artists, musicians, comedians, pastors, athletes, and politicians. It's time for South Florida Live with Jeffrey Brown.
All right, let's go. It's that time. South Florida Live Podcast. Once again, I'm your host, Jeffrey Brown. And as we always say, this is the day that the Lord has made. We shall be glad. We shall be glad in it. Rejoice and be glad in it. I'm sorry, y'all. I'm tired. It's freedom time. Let's talk about the things that matter. Running blind in truth. I'm rain on his bitter love. Tell the tweet I'm new. I'm telling these tears go and fall away. Oh, all right, come on, Facebook. You know what to do. Come on, like and share. Like and share. Tag a few people if you will. Tag a few people, let them know that the South Florida Live Podcast is on. And we are talking about the things that matter. The winner don't quit on themselves. All right, let's do it. YouTubers, come on. Join us. Come on. Hit the share button. All right. It's all right. It's that time, y'all. Listen, I hope everyone experienced peace and blessings on today. Everyone had a productive day. As I said earlier, if you went to work and you made it back home, if you went out to school and you made it back home, tap yourself and say, I'm a survivor. I am a survivor because God covered me. He shielded me and he blessed me to make it back home safely. To God be the glory. Hey, listen, we got some stuff we want to talk about tonight. I got the team with me tonight. Hey, listen. Hey, can I say that? Hey, before we do that, hey, I want to invite you I want to invite everybody to something. I want to invite everybody to this. New Birth Baptist Church Cathedral of Faith International proudly presents Family Movie and Karaoke Night, y'all. Yes, it's a night of family fellowship and friend fellowship at the cathedral. You don't want to miss it. It's an outside event, of course, outdoor event. November the 8th, next Friday, November the 8th at 6 p.m. Starting at 6 p.m. We're out at 2300 Northwest 135th Street, Miami, Florida, better known as Bishop Victor T. Curry Boulevard. You don't want to miss it. Bring your blanket, bring your lawn chair, bring Lolly Dottie and everybody to this wonderful event. We're going to also have a movie. The featured movie for that night is The Forge. If you have not watched The Forge, if you haven't seen that movie, I know it's not in the theaters now. So if you haven't watched it, if you haven't seen it, it is such a powerful movie. Men, listen, I'm inviting a lot of men, a lot of brothers to come that night, because this is a very good movie for the brothers. It's teaching us how to be better mentors to our young men, and it is a great, powerful movie. Ladies, it's powerful. Your lady, your girl is in there, Shair. So come on, hey, be a part of that. And guess what? I'm going to rock the mic, y'all. I'm going to do karaoke that night. Yes, I am. I got my song ready. I got my song picked. If my voice don't give out on me, I'm going to do karaoke. Yes. So, hey, once again, November the 8th at 6 p.m., 2300 Northwest 135th Street, better known as Bishop Victor T. Curry Boulevard. You don't want to miss it. Be in the place. It's going to be food trucks, giveaways, and a lot of fun. So enjoy us and be a part of that on November, next Friday. Do that for me, okay? Hey, my one of the power members are here. I think she's ready to join us. The one and only Apostle Bishop Evangelist George Jackson. Hey Doc, how you doing, Dr. Jackson?
Hey, I'm good. Give us a taste of your karaoke. Let me hear what you got. Go ahead.
No, not right now.
I'll come just to hear you sing.
No, I want the people to be surprised. Now it's a surprise. They gotta come. I want them to come. If I do it now, if I show off now, they ain't coming. They not gonna come.
You're just giving a taste, so you leave people wanting more. So let me hear what you got. Go ahead.
They don't do it, because see, I want them to come and get the whole experience, not half the experience.
I might come just to hear you.
Come on, that's what I want.
I
want you to come and experience the whole experience.
No,
I ain't gonna give you just a half. I want to give you whole.
No, I'm just asking for a little taste of it. Go ahead.
I want to give you a whole experience. Trust me.
Give us a taste. Give me the tone. Go ahead.
Come on now. Yeah, I'm telling y'all don't want to miss this, boy. What, me having the mic, boy? Y'all don't want to miss this. We might have church out there.
Hey, wait, hey, that's why I'm looking for a taste, so to get the people to want to run out there. Can't wait.
Nah, if I give you a taste right now, man, this thing might shut down. This whole this thing gonna shut down.
Shut it down.
They gonna shut it down if I give you a taste, man. You ain't gonna be able to finish. They ain't ready. That's why they need to be there November the 8th. November the 8th, 6 p.m. Be there.
6:30,
6 o'clock. 6. 6
What time you coming on? I want to know what time you coming on.
As soon as we get started, I think I'm gonna be the first one on the mic. If I can get it out the way. I'm gonna get it out the way.
But I need to get there by 5:30 and make sure I have a good seat.
Be there about 5:30, 5:45. That way you don't miss it. Because I think I'm gonna be the first one to do it and get out the way. Get it on out the way. Yeah. But that movie is gonna be dope. I don't know if you saw it or anyone.
Yeah, I heard about it. I heard about it.
Twice.
But good thing about that movie.
Yeah, I saw it twice. And it's a good movie for the brothers. So I'm inviting all the brothers that are watching, be a part of that. Hey, listen. Wow, there's a lot going on. But I need to remind people of this right here. I got to remind you, 6 days left until the election day. If you have not did early voting, you need to do it. Or prepare yourself for November the 5th. And to be there November the 5th. Prepare yourself for that, because I told them also, Doc, on November the 8th, we're gonna not only have that karaoke movie night, we're gonna be celebrating. It's gonna be a celebration that night, because that's right after the 5th. Yeah, we're gonna have a lot to celebrate. I got a feeling.
I hear you.
I
Right.
just I
All right.
just
All
I
right.
just got a what's that?
I'm ready. I'm ready for the celebration. I'm ready. I'm ready. I'm just sick and tired of all of this negative campaigning, all of the lies that he's telling. Oh, people are just sick and tired. Sometimes you just want to turn the news off. You know what? You're tired of it.
Yeah,
You
yeah.
just done with all the negative talk and telling people that. And that comedian, oh my God, he wants to tell folk that there Puerto Rico is an island of garbage.
Yep, yep. But the thing that gets me with that is, um, he don't even want to apologize.
He won't apologize. He's beyond that. He feels that God needs him, but he doesn't need God. You know, so
I can't with him. So this the thing. This is this where's my note? Um, it's so crazy. But this is what I'm seeing, Doc. This is what I'm seeing. It's a lot of stuff happening. It's a shift happening. Hey, y'all, come on, join us tonight. We got a good conversation to do. Already voted, it's Immigrant Brown, Reverend Brown. Thank you. God bless you. That's great. That's great. Yes, ma'am. I already did mine too. Did it last week, Tuesday. Last
all
week,
right.
Tuesday. Oh, listen. So listen, y'all. It's a lot. There's a lot going on. We gonna try and cover a lot. It's a lot going on. We're seeing a real shift, even to the point that former President George W. Bush's daughter, Barbara Pierce Bush, has now stepped out, and she's endorsing Kamala Harris.
All
Uh,
right.
not only her, you have her, and also uh, the Reverend Billy Graham's granddaughter has
And they're
came out, and
they're
she's
diehard
endorsing.
Republicans.
Yeah,
Diehard.
yeah, both have spoken out, supporting her. The granddaughter, I think she even spoke at the DC or one of the rallies. So there's a shift happening. There's something going on, and there's more happening because even seeing more women voters, in certain states like North Carolina than the men. They say that's a good sign. That's good. But hey, listen, we gonna continue to put it out there. We gonna continue to encourage somebody. Let's see who we, I told somebody, it's 6 days left, Doc,
Uh huh.
but we still somebody has not voted yet, that's still on the fence. And
Oh,
for those 6 days, I say we need to work on those that's still on the fence and see if we can get them off the fence and get them to walk in the right direction.
I'm just curious. What more do they want to know about VP Harris? What else can she say? What more are they looking for? And they hold 45 to such a low standard. And the bar is so high for VP Harris, but the standard that they have for him, and it's just it's just bewildering to me. That
Yeah,
what more, Elder Brown, can she say?
I
She already stated what she's going to do about small business owners,
yeah,
about
yeah.
the fact about new homeowners, about the economy. She's already stated what she wants to do with the fact of people that the police officers, and he's willing to give police officers a green light to take us back to slavery. What more can she say? What more can she do? What more? I
It-
don't understand. If the people not gonna vote for her, then just don't. But stop saying they need more. What more do they
right.
need to hear from
I,
her?
I'm I'm so tired of that. I am so tired of that. To people want to say, I just need to hear more from. I need to know more about her. What more do you need to? Hold on. I got. Let me see. Where is it? Da, 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 da. Uh, I'm gonna start off with the BET Black Man Summit. Michael Ealy he spoke, and Keith
Yeah.
Borkins spoke, and I'm
They had
gonna play,
dynamic speakers on that too. Dynamic
uh,
speakers. They
yeah,
were good.
I'm gonna play both of their clips,
Okay.
and they really address that what we're talking about.
It amazes me oftentimes how many times
Oh, it's buffering.
it amazes me oftentimes how many times Democrats have to provide receipts for all of the things that they do and for all of their qualifications. And yet on the other side, there's just no accountability. When you
None.
look at what Kamala Harris, who's been a public servant basically her whole life,
Right.
she is the most qualified candidate
Yes.
to run for president
No doubt.
right now.
Okay, to your point. All right. I said it here. I wanted to believe it.
Right.
And have you ever been mad at somebody so long?
That's
you forgot
DL.
why you was mad, but you're going, I'm gonna stay mad because I can't. If I was mad this long, it must be a reason to it.
Yeah.
And I think that's insanity, but I think a lot of people unreasonably feel that way.
I think you got to give yourself grace because I think you have done more than enough by apologizing publicly. We can sit here and debate on, what her record was as a prosecutor. But like you were saying earlier, let's talk about Trump's record. Let's talk about his record. What has he done to be qualified to be in this position? We never seem to hold him and his administration, who has more felonies and indictments than any other administration in the history of politics. Yeah. And yet we worried about her being a prosecutor.
Yeah, well said. Well said. Well said.
Yes. Yes.
And that's the thing. And I keep telling folks that she is actually more qualified than Obama was.
Yes.
She
has more
is
experience.
more qualified than he was. But nobody was questioning his qualifications. Nobody.
Because he's
No
a man.
man, none of the men was questioning his qualification. Women weren't questioning it. Only people was questioning was the Republicans. Now they was questioning was he legal or not.
But you still have this gender bias, and that's real. And I heard them when they said on that Hughley Black Man Talk BT that there are women as well as men that's not ready for a woman to be president. But if not now, when?
Yeah. But remember I said that last week. I said it wasn't just men, there's a lot of women.
Yes.
Remember I asked you, I said, is this because she is more that she's a woman or that she's a black woman? And for me, when you have a black woman saying she's not voting for her, to me it's because she's a woman. Because you're a black woman.
Yep. So that gender bias is that it's on both sides of the totem pole, but she is more than qualified to handle the position.
Yeah.
And then people were saying that she had all these black men arrested for marijuana.
No.
And when Hughley said that he did, when he spoke to her about it, and she said, "You do the research."
Right.
And it was such a small amount of people. But what I liked the most of what she was doing when she was that prosecutor, that people that were 18 or younger, that if they got arrested for that what they did, they would expunge their record, that it wasn't there anymore. So she has done some great things as far as when she was a prosecutor.
Right. And the thing that gets me about that, Doc, is that have came now, the truth have came out and they've shown the facts about it. but you don't hear the brothers that was complaining about it coming back and saying, you know what? Oh, my bad. It's a false narrative and it wasn't true. Okay, she good now. But you can't come back and you were beating her up about it, but now you're not man enough to come back and say, you know what? Like DL, I was wrong. I
Right.
see.
That's what he said.
I made my mistake. I was wrong because I had to go and check the facts out.
So let me ask you this question: why one of my coworkers today came up to me and said, "Ms. Jackson, I've been talking to some black guys, and they voting for Trump." I said, "What? Come on, bro, come on, Joe, don't." He said, "I said, what reason?" And they're saying the economy. People still do not understand that he inherited, and President Obama would tell them that was my economy when he came in there. He just rolled the tide that was already there.
And
he did not do that. So and then they feel that because he's such a fantastic businessman, how many times has he been bankrupt? Amazing businessmen don't get bankrupt like that.
Right.
What's the guy that's on X? That's
Basil.
How many times have he been bankrupt?
They all are. They all stay bankrupt. And I think
this man almost $1 trillion there. How you gonna be bankrupt?
Keith
he
Barkin,
owned the Washington Post. How he bankrupt?
Yeah. Keith Barkin almost talks to what you're saying. Let me play his clip now. Hey, TB.
Hey, how's everybody?
All right.
Good, TB.
Check this out.
Hey, good evening. Come and tell y'all live from my car in this rain.
We're getting ready to listen to Keith Barkin's clip from the Black Men Summit.
I really want to hear from this gentleman, Keith Boykin. What are your final thoughts on this?
Well, first of all, thank you, BET, and thank you, DL, for providing this opportunity for the conversation. And elections are choices. We have a choice right now. I think this is the clearest choice we've ever seen in a presidential election. On the one hand, we have a man named Donald Trump who has 34 felony convictions, who has a history of racism from the Central Park Five to his black casino workers to being sued for racial discrimination in the 1970s to his lies about Barack Obama's birth certificate to the fact that he was impeached twice and tried to start an insurrection to prevent the peaceful transfer of power. And on the other hand, we have a talented black woman who started her career as a district attorney, became a state attorney general, became a United States senator, and then became the vice president of the United States, is the most qualified person in this race, perhaps the most qualified person to run for president because she has experience at the state, local, and federal level. And she also has experience in the judicial branch from working as a prosecutor, and the executive branch from working as the vice president, and the legislative branch from working as a United States senator. Who else has that experience? This is a choice. This is a choice. I just hope that we look at these two people and we choose wisely.
Yes.
Yeah. Well said. Once again, well said. She's moved. And like to your point, Doc, what more you need to know? TB.
The summit was great. That summit was excellent. I watched it last night and I watched it again today. Excellent. Excellent. I wish it would have been done sooner, but whatever. It was excellent. It was excellent.
Everything. I just said it. That summit, just like I just said, Doc, we got 6 days left, and there's still some people that's on that fence, that's straddling that fence. The last 6 days, who can we change? And I think that summit pull some of them people off the fence from that summit, because it was some of them there that was still on the fence, and they showed up. And I believe after that summit this week, I believe that summit pulled some of them off that fence.
I just can't believe. Well, I have to believe it because it's
Yeah.
real that 20% of black people are voting for him. And what
I believe it.
I
I
what
believe it
is
because I've talked
20%?
to some of them.
It's 20%.
I've talked to some of them. They're about their money. They're 6-figure
Hold on.
earners, and they feel
Hold on.
like he's
Hold
the
on.
No,
granddaughter.
no.
Hold on, T. Let's hear what Doc's saying. Then we gonna let you chime in on that.
Okay, what I'm baffling with is 20% of us are voting for Donald Trump. I don't understand it. I don't get it. They're saying that he's a businessman, so he know how to handle business. But a
No,
businessman do not get bankrupt as many times. I mean, like that. If we would have gotten bankrupt that many times, we would not probably be homeowners or have the businesses that he say he has or the money that he say he has. Not sure of how much. How can a billionaire get bankrupt that many times? I know they do it to try to save money, hide money, and
yeah,
do all
yeah,
kinds of stuff like
yeah,
that.
yeah.
But it's still bad for business. Okay, therefore, what does we see in someone that's giving the police department, or that will give the police department a license, a get out of jail free card, to if they feel that somebody needs to be gunned down, nothing will occur to them. And who
Right.
will be getting gunned down more than anybody else would be us. It's us. Why is it? Why is it, Elder, that we have to teach our young black men what to do if you are stopped by a police car? And if this goes into effect, God forbid, I don't think it's going to happen, but God forbid if he does become president, we would have to start teaching our young, and please don't drive a nice car, because now they're going to think everybody drug dealers. If you drive, he can be driving, my grandson can be driving my Lexus truck and get pulled over just because of the vehicle that he's driving, and he's a young black man with dreads.
Because now you've given me the right to stop you anytime I want to, just
Anytime.
because I want to, because I got immunity behind me, and there's nothing that you can do. I told somebody the other day,
Oh my
I'm
God.
I'm worried about my son. My son is 30 years old and he lives in Atlanta, Georgia. So, and some of them, it's a lot of racist white cops up there in Atlanta. And my son got the tinted windows, and he be making the noise and stuff with his music. He love music, and now I got to pray more for my
Yes,
son that one of those might just
yes,
feel like stopping him, and just because they can, they will.
they
And
will.
because they can, if they shoot my child or kill my child or anybody else's child, they know I'm covered.
They
I'm
have a
covered in
license.
community.
They will have a license to kill. Not saying that they are not good police officers that want to do the
Oh
right
yeah,
thing, but
yeah.
you still have racist people that will. So okay, let's give this scenario. Now that white folk may be shooting black young men or women or however you want to say it, what's stopping black men from stopping and shooting white folk? Who do you think will be in the greater danger of being reprimanded? Not the white police officers.
No, no.
That's not gonna happen. You see how hard it is, or how hard it was at one point to even bring a police officer to be accountable for anything, and a
Yeah.
whole lot of them have gotten off. Come on, what happened
Listen,
with that
listen.
McDuffie riot?
Yeah, yeah. The choice is simple. The choice is easy. So we just have to do it.
Nah,
I want to.
nah,
Where's T? Okay.
be right
I,
there.
I I want to. I don't like to give him a lot of airway, but I just want y'all to hear some things. Y'all know they wrote a song, right? It's some
Who
folks,
wrote a song?
Republicans against Trump.
Oh,
You know they wrote a song, right? They hold on. It's too funny. I'm gonna just play some of it. They wrote a song against him.
oh wow.
Is this real life? Wish it was fantasy. Ought to be landslide. Not a race to the final week. Look in his eyes. It's up to you guys. He's just a playboy. He feels no empathy. Cause he's kind of slow. Little shitty joke. Every single swing vote really, really matters to liberty.
Donald, a danger man. Watch him turn the country red, just an ego off its head. Donald, no Republican. You put him on a throne and there he'll stay.
Donald might seem a wacky guy, but how much crap this time you gotta swallow. You've been warned, you've been warned. Generals Kelly, Millie, Mattis.
You're never taking an oath to a president, king, or queen. You're not taking an oath to a dictator or a wannabe dictator or tyrant.
Tough I can't make that stuff up. Now they wrote that about him. I love it. I love it. I love it. Brilliant, brilliant. But this is the type of stuff that people got to. He's not the queen group queen. Yeah, but he listen. But I ran across this, but these are the type of people, and I think we talked about it before. You know, I'm not going to entertain it. Lehigh, young lady, that lady Lehigh McGarwin, she destroyed Scott Jennings on I think it was CNN the other day, and she really like shut him down, which this is what we need more of.
I was sort of taken aback by the absolute full-on attack on Trump. We've heard it all before. It sounded a little frantic to me, to be honest, this close to the end of the election. I took a few notes. Again, they're still pushing the lie about Project 2025. It doesn't matter how many times she says it. Donald Trump did not write it. He has disavowed it. This is not his agenda. He has his own campaign agenda. It is not Project 2025.
No, it's Agenda 47, which is exactly the same as Project 2025. And you can say that as many times as you want, Scott, but it's not true. So just to stay here and say, I've said this a million times and it's not his plan. His plans are, that's a very smug way to look at me, my friend. The thing is that what we're doing is we're talking about what she's planning for us. And you're saying 100,000 people, she could draw that anywhere if it was in Washington, D.C. You're totally overlooking what she has done here. She's brought together 100,000 people to say, I look forward to the future. I will be a president for everyone and not just a president for the people that I like. And if you look at it in contrast to what we looked at Madison Square Gardens, which said, hey, man, we don't like you. We don't like you. We don't like you. We don't like you. We're not for you. We're not for you. And she's saying everyone is an American. Everyone will be taken care of. And to the point that we were making earlier, she's saying, here's what the future looks like under me.
All right. She ripped him. But that's the thing that she's been building. I'm gonna play her final arguments. She's been building that, and he's just been building rhetoric, hate, pointing out people. We don't want this. We hate this, and she's just building this thing. And I see it now where she's building this family atmosphere that we're one America,
Yes.
where we should be.
Yeah.
T.
Oh, Master, you gonna let me talk? Yay! All right.
You know what?
Good evening, everybody. Yep. I'm being petty.
So
Yep.
that you heard the clips,
No,
right?
no, serious. Yeah, I heard the clips. Of course, BP Harris did an excellent what they call the closing speech, since it's only days left before the election. But can we speak to Beyonce's introduction of her? I liked it, and I'm gonna tell you why. Um, since Beyonce has been, mainstream, on the forefront, everybody knows that she doesn't do interviews well. Everybody knows she's not that articulate or what have you. But that interview, well, that introduction she did of VP Harris was excellent. Um, Excellent. And I'm glad that she made it a point to say that this wasn't her as a celebrity, that this is her as a parent. Because that's important. Sometimes people forget that these entertainers, in whatever field that they're in, at the end of the day, they have real lives, real families, and real responsibilities. And money is not a cure. Is not a cure-all. So it doesn't matter how much money she and her husband have. It's still some things that could happen or transpire that would make her life just as difficult as it make you and I our lives if the wrong person is in that office. And I'm so happy that she didn't find it robbery to her fan base or robbery to the craft that she's in to put and use her celebrity to endorse VP Harris. And of course, I'm very impressed because, like on this summit yesterday, they were saying that when was the last time somebody asked a black man what they wanted? And that's very moving for me. I know that's just a plain statement, but that was a real statement because I've heard men say it all the time. Nobody ever asked, genuine, being genuine, ask their opinion about anything. Decisions are made for them. We know how the system is rigged to where it's almost as if black men have been completely wiped off the map in a matter of speaking, so far as them having a voice, a choice, and things like that. So to hear that VP Harris has created a plan that speaks to them, I hope that that catapults it to something greater so that black men can take their rightful place in our families,
I I I
in society again.
I hear what you're saying on that TV, and me as a black man, I'm not with that because I don't need nobody to ask me. If I'm no, I don't need nobody to ask me what I want because I'm already voiced what I want. If I'm really engaged and paying attention what's
But
going
who's
on.
listening? Who's
Oh,
listening?
oh,
That,
it's people. No,
so
no,
let me let me
it's people that will listen, but I'm not gonna listen to you if you saying 1 minute you saying this and then another minute you saying that. If you're not consistent in what you're saying, no, nobody's gonna listen to you because you don't have a voice. And this is the thing about men. Men are like women. We're not like you guys. See, you'll say something and you'll share it with Doc. Doc will go with it, and then before you know it, y'all got a group of 100. Whereas in men, we'll share something with one, and then somebody else shares something. Now we got egos in the midst of it. Because I want to make sure I'm the one who get the point across, not you. So once again, that's the thing when you said something about when you said about who asks us what we want. Why the you about to make Doc on here so I can't cuss.
Thank you.
Why the hell we got to come and ask me what I want? If I'm engaged, I'm gonna tell you what I want. I'm gonna have
But
a
I
voice
think
of what I
the
want.
battle cry for black men have been that yes, they're engaged, but
The
when it
battle
comes to policy, when it comes to um, having something specifically for them to help them be better, that has not been the agenda of no president. It hasn't. So I
because
understood exactly what the guy said last night when he made that statement about feeling seen, feeling seen, because they were asked, what is it that is on their top
There's
this for them.
always been a question asked. Where are you, black man? Where are you, black man? We see the black woman. Where are you, black man? Just like y'all walk the streets, just like the sisters come together and march, the brothers have to come together and learn to march and get together, not be so torn apart. Now you check this out. Check this out. And I may be right, I may be wrong. Check out the male podcasts. Charlemagne the God, you got Shannon Shaw, Shay Shay Room, you got some other ones, and nobody wants to come together. Everybody, each one of them tearing down
Cam Newton. I like Cam Newton's on too. Jamal Bryant. Dr. Jamal Bryant was on there this week.
But the midst of it, you got some of the other brothers tearing them down. They tearing each other one, you know what I'm saying? They tearing one another down instead of lifting them up and coming together. My podcast, but I got a better word than you got. I'm telling the truth more than you do.
Everybody wants to be on top. Everybody wants to be on one.
That's the issue with us as black men. And I'm a black man. So when they say nobody's asking them what they want, and I'm sitting there like, no, nobody don't need to ask me what I want. I'm gonna tell you what I want. But you're not a voice. You got some voice, but you got those that say stuff like that, TB. They the ones sitting back in the back, just want it to happen for
them. Okay. I understand.
And then if you know what you want, you go get it.
You go get it.
You don't wait for somebody to get it. You go get it. Go get it. Go get it.
Faith without works is dead. Faith without works is dead. Scriptures never lied. Faith without works is dead.
Like I'm getting ready to play. I'm getting ready to play something now. Women are so all right. This abortion right is out there, right?
Of course.
Sisters are coming together on this, right?
Yep. Every state.
You said something earlier, Doc, about the immunity for police, right?
Yep.
That's a target after black men. Now, TB, please tell me how many of those black men have been focusing on that? I've been talking about.
I haven't heard it.
Exactly.
I haven't heard it.
You haven't heard it. But if that was a woman situation, you would be hearing it because they're gonna fight for it. Men, some of the men, I'm not gonna say all. Some men, they're just not gonna fight for it. But they're gonna talk in the background. They're gonna talk junk in the barbershop, but they ain't gonna understand and come together and do something until something happens. But we all as black men should be looking at this like, hey, this ain't right. This ain't a good thing, giving these cops, these polices immunity to do whatever they want to do. Now, because our sons' lives are in jeopardy. Not theirs, ours.
Right. You know,
so the brothers, maybe this is something I may need to come together with some brothers. Let the brothers come together. And we need to march and protest and talk about this.
Wait.
But see, here's my question. I have a question about that because Trump said that came out of Trump's mouth. That's not a soundbite of one of his associates. That came from him. So now these black men, or this 20%, I'm gonna just say black men, 20% of black people that vote for him, are they knowledgeable? And where do they stand with that? Because I question them about, how could you be in alliance with that? You're going to still be black. You can support them all you want to, but when the cops pull you over, no cop has ever asked me what
that you're a Republican or Democrat.
License and registration is what they asked me for. License and registration.
Right.
So I'm trying to figure out how people are so comfortable aligning themselves with a political party, with a character, because I consider Donald Trump a character, with a character who spouts such ridiculous things. I was talking about Project 2025 to my students today, and I was telling them something was in it, and I could tell by the look on their faces they were shocked because they probably had not heard that.
Nope.
They probably had not heard that. And I said, okay, because they always like to ask me, what do you think? And And I try not to go there with them anymore because of these laws in our state, so far as what we say in the classroom and all that. But today I went there because I was like, because the little boy seemed like he just couldn't understand why I couldn't be a Trump supporter. And I'm like, I'm a teacher. When you're talking about getting rid of the whole Department of Education, now you tampering with my livelihood. This how I pay my bills. This how I take care of my family. I can't align myself with that. And I asked myself, how many of you have a grandparent? Of course, everybody raised their hand because everybody got a grandparent, right? So I said, well, Social Security is on the chopping block. And they were all like, they couldn't believe it. I'm like, yeah, go get you some information. Go do your research. Now they're not of age to vote. They're not there yet. They have another year or so. But I want it to be a situation where when they're at home and they hear their parents, yay Trump, whatever they say to, support Trump, I want them to be able to say to their parents, well, what about this and what about that? Ask some real pointed questions. Because I just have a hard time believing that people are just so, like it's Jim Jones and the Kool-Aid or whatever. I can't believe that they'd be like that with something as important as this and in this particular point in our history to where they just vote against themselves.
Okay.
Because that's what's really happening. You're voting against yourself.
Let me prove something to you of the mindset of the people of people. Let me show you the mindset of people, and it's gonna make you wonder, like, are they serious or am I getting pumped right now? I'm getting pumped.
With the hurricanes? I think that they want the land.
What do you think happened with the hurricanes that happened?
With the hurricanes? I think that they want the land. I think that the government wants the land, and this is what they did.
But what do you mean that what they did?
They made a fake tornado. Right. Yeah, they planted whatever they do. They manipulated the weather. The weather, exactly.
But you think the government manipulated the weather?
The government is not our friend, sir. The government is not our friend.
Do you think the government created the hurricane to hurt the United States?
Absolutely. Not to hurt the United States. They want the land. They want the land for the what is that? The batteries, uranium stuff, whatever.
Lithium.
The lithium.
The only reason I know that is because another lady at a Trump rally told me.
Oh, they know. You don't know? You don't watch the news? You know.
I do watch the news. Yeah. Do you watch the news?
No, not all of it.
Doggone, I went to what, right?
Man, she was drunk. She couldn't have been for real. She was drunk.
But see,
she was inebriated.
Now,
she had to have been inebriated. That can't be for real.
That feel that way. Those Trump supporters.
That's the mindset of people.
Mindset.
That's the mindset. Y'all know.
Oh yeah, I know it's real. I'm just tickled by it. I know it's real, but I'm just tickled. I'm just tickled by it. I know it's real, but I'm still laughing.
Now, I'm with the plan. Y'all gonna trip on this one. This happened in North Carolina at the polls in North Carolina. It's a little lengthy, but I need everybody to please. I need y'all to listen to this because this is the stuff that's going on, and we talking about the mindset of people. They know they wrong. They know they out of order, but they don't care because to them, y'all, they want to go back to that to the normal world. I had a man at work come. He said Florida ain't the same Florida no more. I say, what do you mean about that? It just ain't the same Florida no more. I say, what's the same Florida? I remember the Florida back then in the area. It was all farmland. Yeah, and that's what we need to go back to. So other words, what you saying? We need to go back to the farm for I can be back on the farm and work. Oh no, well, no, that's not what I'm saying. So what are you saying? So he backed off of that. I left it alone because I was at work, can't have that conversation. But this is what's going on, y'all, in North Carolina. Come on.
posting this right now because I'm all fired up, but this is my second time voting. I am still very new to this. And I just want to share my experience with you in North Carolina at my early voter station. So I pulled up, and there's a couple stands outside, and one of them was calling me over. It was 4 elderly men. I didn't know, again, like, I've never voted here before. I'm from California. Didn't know. So they're calling me over saying, "Are you here to vote?" I said, "Yeah." And they said, "Okay, right this way." So I'm standing there, and they were like asking me for my ID. It seemed like I was supposed to like check in with them there. Let alone I could see the line in front of me. I just thought it was like I check in here and then I go stand in line there. So they're going through, they asked for my ID. They wanted to see if I had my voter registration card with me, which I did. I was pulling them all out, and they said, okay. And they were looking at them, and they were like, great. So here is your sample ballot. And all of a sudden, I looked at the one man's hat, and it had a Trump sign on his hat. And I'm looking at the other men's, and there's no sign of Trumping anywhere other than this guy's hat. And then he says, here's your sample ballot. Just make sure that you vote for everything that's circled on this ballot. And I'm looking at the ballot, and every single one was the Republican candidate, including Donald Trump for president. And then at the top, it said conservative sample ballot. And then it hit me. This is not where I was supposed to be. So what did I do? I immediately, took his little piece of paper, shredded it in front of their face, laughed in their face, and then said, actually, I'm not a conservative. I don't need this. Thank you. I'm a woman. I know who I'm voting for. So as I'm walking away to go stand in line, these men, 4 men, start harassing me, telling me I need Jesus, telling me that I won't have the right to vote in this country unless I start bearing children. And then they start telling me, first of all, I hope you bear your child at your will or not. They start, like, literally yelling this at me as I'm standing in line. No one else really, like, even stood up for me, even though they were witnessing all of this. But when you say that, I hope you bear a child, whether it be at your will or not, you are telling me you hope I either bear a child at my will or get raped. And let me remind you, there was no Kamala Harris Democratic Party doing this. Also, tricking young new voters into voting for their candidate outside of their early voting poll location. Like, I'm sorry, that is not right, and that should not be allowed. There should be no one out there voicing their opinion.
But that's what's happening.
Well, if they're burning the polls,
That's disturbing. That's disturbing.
The ballot boxes, then they'll do anything. Anything.
Oh, there was an article. I gotta send it to you guys. Somebody sent this to me last night. It was a box of ballots found on the highway.
Right.
Box of ballots found on the highway.
The postal clerk.
Oh, this is disturbing. This is disturbing to me. I can't.
A postal clerk, they literally caught up with him, fired him, that discarded ballots that they were supposed to be taking to wherever, and they found these ballots out somewhere, and they are doing all type of voter fraud. These people don't realize that a lot of ballots that they're destroying just might be Republican ballots. This thing can go both ways. You burning up stuff. You might be burning Republican ballots too. So people don't realize that they are more poor white folk than they are poor black folk.
Yeah. See, that's the thing. I need our people to understand that if you vote, because I mean, I've heard the rhetoric, not recently, but I've heard it in the past. They feel like their vote doesn't matter. If your vote didn't matter, people will not be going to these lengths,
extreme measures.
Yeah, to prevent your vote from being counted.
Yeah.
And
So
those who decide to sit this one out, they can't say nothing.
yeah.
I mean, they better not even hum unless they're in the fields humming. But if they're
So
not home, you
so
can't complain if you don't participate in the
no,
political
yeah,
process.
you
You
can't.
cannot complain.
You
Elder
can't.
Brown, what land they saying that they want to take? What land they talking about? They want to like go back to the farmland?
Oh,
What
that
they want?
goes back. That narrative, I heard that narrative from these folks
They talking
before.
about the
Remember
land.
when Hawaii was on fire? Remember Hawaii was on fire some years ago? Okay, the conspiracy theory was the U.S. government burned the people out of off the land, burned the people off the land, created this chaos so that they could take the land, and that Oprah and some other world-known celebrities are all in it together to take
Trying to buy the church.
land from the people of Hawaii. Yeah,
Other words,
just something really,
other
really
words,
stupid.
like for instance, the tornadoes that touched down up in Stewart, Martin County in Port Salerno. They saying the government caused that to happen for they can tear up all that land, tear it up, for they can come in and purchase it. If you okay, um, 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 that the movie Twister, the new movie Twister. If you go watch that movie Twister, um, the guy who was once a storm chaser with the young lady end up working for this guy that they were going out chasing the storms, the tornadoes, but they was chasing the tornadoes and kind of like and assessing the damage of the community and giving this guy the percentage for he can go not to help these people but to buy up their land.
Okay.
So that's the mindset. That's the silly stuff that they're talking about. That's happening.
I have one more question. I know your time is
No, we rolling because I haven't even got to Michelle yet.
Okay, my question is, it wasn't until George Floyd that professional athletes actually took a stand against police brutality. You have all of these, you have a lot of celebrities that are coming together, coming out and saying they're voting. Do we not realize the impact? The NBA, they shut the NBA down when they refused to play that game. Refused to play that game. They shut it down. And they did not play another game until they were ready to play. The power that professional athletes have, but I don't think they utilize, and I know they may be in a catch-22 situation because a lot of these owners may be Republican, so why is it that even when you look at TNT with Charles Barkley and Shaq, Ernie, the other guy, I can't think his name.
Kenny Smith.
Yeah, Kenny the Jet. Why is it that they don't say anything about this stuff? Why is it that the NBA, and they know what the deal is? Now, Stephon Curry, he'll come out and say he voted for Kamala. He's already made his stand. But as a group, what is the problem with them coming out to say that I'm in supportive of VP Harris? Go ahead. I'm listening. I just want to know.
Cat Williams exposed a lot of that.
Okay.
Cat Williams said this one thing. When you don't control your stuff, when you don't make up your own contracts, when you don't set your own tone, your own agenda, you can't do that. Kenny the Jet them out there trying to find a job because TNT about to shut down after this year. They're done after this season. So they can't rock the boat. That's how they feel. And some of them, I had a friend of mine, he played for the Buffalo Bills, and I asked him that question. And I asked him, I say, why don't the guys speak out more, the black guys, black athletes, the black football players, why they don't speak out more? Because some of this is affecting their family, because all their family members don't have the money that they have. So it's affecting their family members, and they can be a voice. He said, and he told me this, he said, because it does not affect them. They're on a whole nother level when the financial level. And even though it may be affect their cousins and their auntie, but it does not affect them because they're on a whole nother. LeBron James is a billionaire.
Yes.
And he can step out and say something.
Yes.
But have you heard him approach or say anything?
No, that's my question. That's my why.
Listen, he may have all that money, or he has all that money. But again, look at the guy from Miami Dolphins, who was literally down the street from his black job, and was put on the concrete.
Mm-hmm.
And was put on the concrete. NFL star, I'm sure he got a nice signing bonus, the whole thing, whatever. Blah, 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 blah. Not speaking out doesn't make you exempt from being
a target,
misidentified,
now
a target, wrong place, wrong time.
Now we come full circle back to what you have made a statement about. Now, since that happened to him, have you heard him say anything about police?
No, I mean, I haven't heard him say anything.
Anything.
But he wasn't. But listen, he wasn't talking before that. He wasn't talking before that.
Only thing he would say, if it wasn't Tyreek, if it wasn't Tyreek Hill, and if it was somebody else, it could have been different. Okay, you know that. Turn your volume down a little bit, T. T, turn your volume down a little bit.
My volume? Okay.
Yeah. Because we're getting an echo from you. Okay. You hear me?
Yes.
Hold up. No.
I can hear you.
I can hear you. Yeah, I can hear you. Yeah, I can hear you. Go ahead.
Okay. All right. Yeah, it's gone. But this is opportunity for, as a black man, to come and say something towards that and gather around. Because look now, all your brothers came to your protection. But any of them speaking out?
No.
No.
But you say they say why nobody asked us what we want?
Oh, come on now. Don't tie that into that. No. Don't tie that into that. No.
Well, okay. You asked, you brought it up, but I'm just pointing out.
Yes, I did. Yes.
And now you done got hushed. You done got your face put down in the concrete. You got an opportunity to speak out about police brutality.
Yeah, but here's the question of the day. Does he really have opportunity to speak out? Or did somebody tell him, all right now, this happened.
Yeah.
We're going to take care of you if you just keep your mouth shut.
And Cat Williams.
I can see that happening.
That's what I'm saying.
I can see that happening.
Now you hear what I'm saying about what Cat Williams said.
Right there.
You made it plain. If you ain't writing your own ticket, you ain't drawing some of the stuff, you can't say nothing. Master got you under lock.
Yep.
I tell my students this all the time. We talk about money. I asked them a question. I said, who makes more money? LeBron James or the person that signed his paycheck? I said, the person signed his paycheck. I said, okay. So if LeBron James is not as rich as the person that paid him, who should you aspire to be like? If you're trying to obtain the bag, if you're trying to get to the bag, are you striving to be the next LeBron James or the person who can afford to pay LeBron James?
I'm with you. I'm with you on that one.
Yep.
Don't give me a piece of the pie. Give me the recipe.
One of the issues, the issue is money. And if that's going to affect their paycheck, then they won't say anything. If that's going to stop them from having the lifestyle that they're accustomed to having, they're not going to say anything. They are not going to jeopardize that. But when George Floyd was killed, the NBA came together. When Kaepernick, the quarterback that was kneeling down, when he did that, they pushed him out of the NFL, and that brother was an all-pro quarterback and pushed him right out of the league.
You know
for
what was messed up
standing
about
his
that?
ground.
What was
But
messed up about that? His teammates. Well, I won't say teammates. I'm gonna say the players in the NFL. I'm talking the black ones specifically, and I'm talking about the majority of them did not support him. They didn't talk out against him, but they didn't come to his defense. And I didn't
why?
like that. I stopped
Trump,
watching the NFL for some years
Trump
now.
was buddy with the owners, and he got to the owners of
There
these
it is.
teams
There it
and
is.
told the owners that the players could not, better not follow suit. And Kaepernick, he still did what he thought was the right thing to do. But we don't have a lot. Only time I really saw this happen was with George Floyd. The entire NBA came together. The players came together. The players can shut down what the owners are doing. The players have power, just like we, the people, have power, but we don't utilize the power of the vote that we have. There's no reason why we have a Republican governor, a Republican House, a Republican Senate, when there are more Democrats in the state of Florida than there are Republicans. What is it? Why? Because we don't utilize the power that we have. Why?
Yep.
What happened in Dade County that Miami Beach voted Republican when Miami Beach is Democrat? It's because the people did not go out to vote in that last gubernatorial election. The power of the people, we don't. So if the NBA shut it down, they did not play. They said they were not playing. And guess what? They walked off the court. They didn't play. What did the newscasters do? What did the news stations do? What could they do?
Yeah.
The people didn't play. So what they were gonna do?
So
the owners couldn't go find 12 players overnight to come and what? The power. These players have power. They have power. They have power. They're not gonna fire everybody. We don't utilize the power that we have, the collective power. Together, power. Together we stand. Divided, we fall. Yeah. We have power, collective power. Collective power.
Gotta come together.
We have to come together. And that's the only way. We can take Florida back, people. We can take Florida back if we just vote.
I'm gonna say this, and then I'll probably get in trouble. I don't care. But we as men have to come together with the women, because the sisters are together. The sisters have came together. That may be a small percentage of the sisters that's wagging, but it's a larger percentage of the sisters than it is of the brothers. And just imagine if all the brothers, we were to come together and join in with our sisters, how powerful this thing would be. We wouldn't be having no doubt. We wouldn't be worrying about what the polls and all that stuff and what's going to happen. We'll know it'll be assurance. We'll sure enough know that we know that's what's going to happen on the 5th. We going to overcome it, and we're going to win. But we can't do it because we got those who still asking the question, out there saying, yeah, well, nobody ain't asked me what I want. What you want from who? So what you gonna tell us which president who you want to run? Oh, they just gave her to us. What you mean gave her to you? Who do you what do you have? That's the stuff that they talking about. Nobody asked them. TB. It's some of them brothers out there saying, "Oh, they just forced her on us." That's not who we wanted. Who did you want?
They don't have an answer
You
for that.
didn't
Who do
want
they?
Joe Biden. You saying Joe's? Oh, you didn't want Joe. Who did y'all want?
Well, you know, this is gonna be our last
Cornell
podcast.
West.
This is gonna be our last podcast
Y'all wanted
before.
Cornell. They wanted the old the Benjamin the Cornell West. That's who they wanted.
No.
I got a question for y'all. This is gonna be our last podcast before the election, right? The next time we see each other on this podcast,
It'll be
gonna know
after the election.
Yeah, it's gonna be after the
We're
election
gonna
now.
celebrate.
Commentators Angela Rye, I follow her with her podcast Native Land. She predicts that we won't find out on the 5th that because of all the chaos, and not chaos as in violence or anything like that, but how chaotic the voting may go, electoral college, and all those other nuances, we may not find out who the actual winner is until days or a week out.
Next week, the following week.
Yeah, but let's say it doesn't go like that. And let's say the results are in and VP Harris has become president. I'm gonna tell you what one of my fears are, and it's been my fear since her candidacy was announced, that those who support Trump will not be able to handle knowing that he lost, knowing that whatever they had planned is not going to come to pass, and they just got to keep it moving. They're so afraid of that happening that, and he's been throwing out those dog whistles, those things, to kind of keep people on edge. You know, if this and that, blah blah blah. So he's been kind of keeping them. What he said before, stand by and be ready, or stand by and whatever he said before. He's been saying similar things as if this election doesn't go in favor of him, then it's gonna be some violence out here. I'm so fearful of that happening. I don't even want to go to work because I don't have a costume on. All day, every day, the last 46 years of my life. So there's no room for me to hide. If a Trump supporter who is angry and disgruntled about the candidate they wanted to win loses and suing violence on me.
But and you know what? And you know what? That's a bad. That's it's real, but it's so sad that we have to have a mindset that we're at that point of thinking. You know what I'm saying? We have to start preparing ourselves for stuff like that. It shouldn't be that way. But when you got a guy that's out there spewing garbage and spewing hate and division and that type of stuff, and this is it right here. He's showing you exactly who he is, and we don't see it. I'm like you, Doc. He's saying it. He's setting it up. He's telling you he's gonna be Hitler. He's telling you that what he's gonna do, and that's what kills me with some of the Jews and some of those Latino folks. He's talking about y'all cousins.
Talk about them too.
Anyway, I'm done. I'm done.
Go ahead.
We didn't even get to Michelle and all that, but she was talking about she broke it down good. But I'm gonna play Kamala. I'm gonna play her when she talks about him dividing us, and then I'm gonna play her a part of her argument, and then I'm gonna play one more for Pastor. I think she's gonna appreciate the last one I play. Here it is.
Has spent a decade
Donald Trump has spent a decade trying to keep the American people divided and afraid of each other. That is who he is. But America, I am here tonight to say that is not who we are. You see, what Donald Trump has never understood is that e pluribus unum, out of many, one, isn't just a phrase on a dollar bill. It is a living truth.
All right. Here's when she talks about America.
The United States of America is the greatest idea humanity ever devised. A nation big enough to encompass all our dreams, strong enough to withstand any fracture or fissure between us, and fearless enough to imagine a future of possibilities. So, America, let us reach that future. Let us fight for this beautiful country we love. And in 7 days, we have the power. Each of you has the power to turn the page and start writing the next chapter in the most extraordinary story ever told. I thank you all. God bless you. United States of America. Thank
It is. Let's turn the page. Let's turn the page. It's about America. I'm gonna leave us with this one, Doc. Um, what the Bible says about Trump. Got a young man who breaks it down. I loves it. I love it. I hope y'all it did me right.
Devises wicked schemes.
Hold on.
Quick. But I seen something the other day. I think it was yesterday or the day before. And I was watching Joy Reid's show, and she had a pastor, a bishop on, and he was basically saying that in the Bible, the Lord says it's 6 or 7 things that he hates. And Donald Trump exemplifies all of those things. So me being me, I just was curious. I was like, man, let me go check this out. And it's Proverbs 6:16 through 19. So Proverbs 6:16 through 19. It says, these are 6 things the Lord hates, 7 that are detestable to him. The first one is haughty eyes. Haughty. I didn't know what that meant. Maybe y'all did. I didn't know what that meant. So I said, man, let me Google what haughty eyes mean. And it says right here, it's a figure of speech of pride, arrogance, and conceit. When the Bible says someone has haughty eyes, it means that they consider themselves above others and ultimately above God. I said, boy, that is definitely Donald J. Trump. The second one, a lying tongue. A lying tongue. He hates a lying tongue. And that is, and if we don't know nothing else, we know that's definitely him. The third one, hands that shed innocent blood. Bingo. The next one, a heart that devises wicked schemes. I was reading this, bro. I said, did he write this for Trump? The next one, feet that are quick to rush into evil. He does it every day. The next one, a false witness who pours out lies and a person who stirs up conflict in the community. Hey, listen, listen. This ain't about no election. This ain't about nothing. But I'm telling you something, Donald J. Trump, boy, you better live a long time. But I'm telling you, but when it's time for you to have your conversation with God, you better not have no goddamn gasoline draw, boy, because you gonna be in trouble.
Doc, you gotta preach that one, Doc.
I got to preach that one.
You gotta preach that one.
I can
He
handle
was
that. I
on
can
it.
handle that. Yeah,
He
yeah,
was
yeah,
on
yeah.
that one. Now he
Woo!
was on it. If he never was on it, he was on it. He broke it down. Yeah. It's true. And I was telling somebody that he want to create a Bible. He in the Bible. The Bible on him. I bet you that ain't in his Constitution Bible. He ain't
Woo!
read, I bet you he ain't read that part, Proverbs 6
Uh,
and 16. He ain't read that in his Bible.
because he doesn't feel that he's done anything. I'm telling you, he feel like God. Or the
And
people
Paula,
feel like
and
he is
Paula
God.
White them gathering around him the other day talking about we praying because he's the chosen one, chosen vessel. Y'all, they going to hell. All of them. They bound to hell.
They're just setting up the Antichrist, setting it up, setting it up, setting it up. It's coming. It's coming, Pastor. It's coming. It's coming. It's
Oh,
coming.
that mercy. That right there. Wait a minute. I got to go back. So, that blessed my heart.
Yep. It's coming.
Quick, but I seen something the other day. I think it was yesterday or the day before. And I was watching Joy Reid's show, and she had a pastor, a bishop on, and he was basically saying that in the Bible, the Lord says it's 6 or 7 things that he hates. And Donald Trump exemplifies all of those things. So me being me, I just was curious. I was like, man, let me go check this out. And it's in Proverbs 6:16 through 19. So Proverbs 6:16 through 19. It says, these are 6 things the Lord hates, 7 that are detestable to him. The first one is haughty eyes. Haughty. I didn't know what that meant. Maybe y'all did. I didn't know what that meant. So I said, man, let me Google what haughty eyes mean. And it says right here, it's a figure of speech of pride, arrogance, and conceit. When the Bible says someone has haughty eyes, it means that they consider themselves above others and ultimately above God.
That's it.
Yeah, boy,
That's
that is definitely
that's
Donald J. Trump. The second one, a lying tongue. A lying tongue. He hates a lying tongue.
Wow.
And that
that's
is
right.
it. And if we don't know nothing else, we know that's definitely him.
Wow.
The third one, hands that shed innocent blood. Bingo. The next one, a heart that devises wicked schemes. I was reading this, bro. I said, did he write this for Trump? The next one, feet that are quick to rush into evil. He does it every day. The next one, a false witness who pours out lies and a person who stirs up conflict in the community. Hey, listen, listen. This ain't about no election. This ain't about nothing.
Wow. 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 Wow.
Yeah. 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 Yeah.
Oh well, hey y'all. There it is. What more do you need?
Yeah. Yeah. The Bible gonna fulfill itself. It's
Yeah.
gonna fulfill
Yeah.
itself.
Yeah. And that's what we that's the Lord have mercy. It's all
That's what I'm saying.
that's
Lord have Lordy, 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 Lordy.
yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
So
Yeah. Yeah.
hey y'all, listen. Don't forget. Hey, 6 more days. 6 more days. 6 more days, y'all.
Kamala.
And tomorrow it'll be 5 more days.
Kamala.
Let's handle your business. Let's handle your business. Let's go out and vote. If you haven't voted yet, go vote. Early voting in and soon, right? So
It is Sunday. That's
and
souls to the polls.
right, right.
A. Philip Randolph, souls to the polls on this Sunday. This Sunday.
So if you didn't vote, you didn't early vote yet. I love it. I saw 2 Jewish couples the other day, and they had their stickers on that
They voted.
I voted by mail. I voted by mail. And I was like, oh man, congratulations, you guys voted. That's good. And the wife, the Jewish wife, she was like, yes, I had to vote for my girl. I said, all right now. All right. All right. All right. So there's the Jewish community that is, that's rolling with her.
That's
So
right.
yeah.
I'm just praying that more people, more celebrities, more athletes will just come out and say, there's some people that they can't touch their money. They can't touch Beyonce money. They can't touch her money.
Yeah.
They can't, some people they can't touch their money.
Yeah.
Oprah, they can't touch Oprah's money. Oprah's a multi-billionaire.
So hey y'all, let's get out and vote. There it is. Get out and vote. Get out and vote. 6 more days. It'll be 5 tomorrow. Hey, okay. So thank you, Doc. DB.
God bless.
You placed me in order.
Great night.
Got me in
Good
order.
night, everybody.
You placed me. You ordered me something?
No, dog. I ain't know you wanted something. I'm
Yeah,
sorry.
get out. Bye, T. I ain't
He on the
fooling.
beach
I love
anyway.
y'all.
You down south, he on the beach. He on the water.
Listen, I don't know why he bothered me. He go outside to catch a first snap out his backyard.
Whatever.
Leave me alone. I got Pollo Tropical.
All right. Hey, y'all. Love
Have a
y'all.
good night.
Appreciate it. We'll see
All
y'all
right, y'all
next
take care.
week.
Love
After
y'all.
all of it, we'll celebrate next
Love
week.
y'all.
Celebration time.
Celebrate
Yes.
next
Drinks
week.
on you. Drinks on
Yep.
you.
Celebrate next week. All right, y'all. Love you. Love you.
Love
Love
y'all.
you.
Have a good
Was
one.
an
Good
action word.
night. Good night, everybody.
All right. Hey, y'all. Listen, you've been locked into the South Florida Live Podcast. I'm your host, Jeffrey Brown. That was my crew, Dr. Joy Jackson and TaNika Bennett. On tonight, we just talking about the things that matter. Hey, y'all. Once again, 6 more days, 5 more days after tomorrow. Get out and vote. Do what you need to do. Handle your business. Also, next Friday, right there at New Birth Baptist Church Cathedral of Faith International, they proudly present family movie and karaoke night. It's a night outdoor event, Night Under the Stars, November the 8th. That's a Friday, November the 8th at 6 p.m. At 2300 Northwest 135th Street, best known as the Bishop Victor T. Curry Boulevard. Be there that night. Bring your lawn chair, bring your blanket. Come out and have a good time with us. And it's about having fun, fellowshipping, and just a little family gathering, family and friend gathering on that night. And the feature movie for that night is The Forge. It's The Forge, a power-packed movie you do not want to miss. If you have not watched that movie, please come out November 8th, that Friday at 6 p.m., and you can watch it with us and enjoy the family. Bring your family, bring your cousin them, your auntie them, your uncle them, bring all them, and let's have a great time. And karaoke. Let's do some singing. Let's have a karaoke night, y'all. And I'm jumping on the mic that night. I got my song that I'm gonna prepare. I'm gonna sing. So I'm gonna do karaoke with everybody that night. So that's it right there. Be a part of that. Thank you so much. Once again, it's been a pleasure. Thank you everybody that's joined us and been a part on tonight. I am tired. My voice is leaving me. I may not have no voice for Friday to sing no song after this week. Hey, listen. I love y'all. That's an action word. But as I always say, I'll pray for you. Hey, y'all keep praying for me. And we're going to watch God change things. God bless you.
Email your idea for show topics to the South Florida Live Show at gmail.com. Thank you for tuning in to South Florida Live with your host, Jeffrey Brown.